Hello again, boys and girls. All right, so here we are on slide 11 of lesson 5, okay? And this is a bubble map. And remember, what we put in the center is our main idea, our main topic, and then the outside bubbles represent um, ideas or things that reflect this this idea here in the center. Okay, so the slide is titled, "Why do we have a dress code?" In the middle here, in our middle circle, we're going to put a dress code because that is going to be our main idea, our main topic. Okay, and then all of our bubbles on the outside are going to represent reasons why we have a dress code. Okay, so think about reasons why we have a dress code at our school and what it does for us. What does having a dress code do? Okay, so the first idea that is related to having a dress code was we have a dress code to keep us safe. And you may be thinking, well, why does a dress code keep us safe? So we are at school are not allowed to wear open-toed shoes, right? Shoes or sandals, shoes that show our toes. Why? Well, because if we fall or we trip and scrape our toes, that we could get hurt that way. So that is how having a dress code keeps us safe. Okay. Another reason why we have a dress code at school is to help us um, stay focused. In other words, not to get distracted. Isn't it distracting if you're looking at another student whose shirt might be showing a tummy or something? It becomes distracting. You get distracted looking at it. So they help us having a dress code saying, okay, no shirts that show your tummy or your belly button can help us stay focused in class. Okay. It also having a dress code um, keeps us professional, right? So, in other words, um, we don't wear like our bathing suit to school, or our trunks or our pajamas, right? We want to be representatives of a Galileo Academy, so we try to keep our appearance clean and looking good, um, right? Okay, so another reason um, for a dress code we'll put right here. Let's think of another reason why we have a dress code. If you could give me 1 second, just trying to think of another reason. It keeps us safe. It helps us stay focused. It also having a dress code, like if we say that you can't wear anything that might be offensive to other students, so it keeps the peace, meaning that you don't want to read something on somebody's shirt that might offend you, right? So it keeps the peace. It also might something you may not think of, but it keeps us healthy. You may be thinking, well, how does a dress code keep us healthy? Well, if you are wearing perhaps a tank top to school on a hot day, what will happen if you're not wearing any sunblock, right? You can get a sunburn. You can get a really deep sunburn, and it could, um, you know, make us be in pain. So if we don't wear tank tops to school, then our shoulders become protected and they keep us healthy. Um, so how about a dress code can show respect, right? So the way it shows respect is we always say no hats worn indoors, right? That shows respect. So maybe we'll add an S there. Um, and yes, wearing hats is part of a dress code, okay? So these are the many reasons why we have a dress code, okay? All of these reasons, and you may think of another one that would be great. If you think of another one, you go ahead and write another one in there, okay? But we have several reasons why we have a dress code. And what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these reasons, and we are going to write a paragraph, an informational paragraph that shares why we have a dress code. Okay, so what we're going to do on slide 12 is we're going to click in this box, and we're going to I'm going to make the font a little bit smaller so my whole paragraph will fit in there. Size 12 is normal standard font size. So we're going to, first what we need to do is we need to indent. I'm going to do a 5-space indent because if I press the tab button it might go to a different slide. So that's my 2-finger or 5-space indent. And my first sentence in any paragraph has to be what, boys and girls? It has to be my topic sentence. And your topic sentence tells your reader what your whole paragraph is going to be about. And we're only doing one paragraph in this informational write, and it's going to be about why we have a dress code. Or like our title says, there are many reasons for a school dress code. So that simply put can be our topic sentence, our main idea of this paragraph. Okay, so there are many reasons why our school has a dress code, okay? And then we can go on and we can talk about all the reasons that we listed here of why we have a dress code, okay? But please remember, boys and girls, that this is a map, and these maps help us get our ideas on paper, so they help show us the way. But when we write out um, our essay or our paragraph or story, whatever it is that we're thinking about, remember that those ideas need to be turned into complete sentences. So please don't list all of the reasons that I put on slide 11. They need to be written in complete sentences. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So why do we have a dress code? It keeps us safe. That is our first reason. Now you can see that to keep us safe is not a complete sentence, but when we write it in our paragraph, it has to be in a complete sentence. Okay, so I'm going to add a little to it to make it be more descriptive and help our reader understand. So there are many reasons why our school has a dress code. That's our main idea. So the rest of our details have to be reasons why we have a dress code. So I'm going to start with a beginning transition. To begin with, comma, always after our transitions. To begin with, having a dress code can keep us safe. And remember I talked about a reason behind each of a detail behind each of our reasons. We can elaborate or we can talk more about how a dress code can keep us safe. It can keep us safe by preventing us from wearing clothing, attire. Let's see, it can keep us safe by preventing us from wearing clothing, attire, such as sandals, which can be unsafe to run in during recess, right? We always want to be safe, okay? So that's one reason. And so you can see here I have 4 more reasons that I can talk about, and then those details for those reasons. So I'm going to stop here, and I want you guys to continue to talk about, notice I don't say list your reasons, I want you to talk about your reasons for why we have a dress code. I do not want you to list these reasons like a list. You need to talk about each of your reasons in complete sentences and add a detail to each reason. When you finish your paragraph, you should have about between 6 and 11 sentences on this paragraph. Okay, and that's it for slide 11 and 12 of lesson 5.